Starting with the passenger side on the Tacoma sliders, just show you all the bolt locations and what bolts get reused and what bolts are replaced. So crawl underneath here. This is one of our bolts. This is one of our bolts. One of our bolts here. One of our bolts here. This is one of our bolts there. Another one here. Another one here. This box uses its factory hardware. You take the cover off here. There's two bolts behind there that bolt that up into the frame. Then up here, one of our bolts up here. Another one of our bolts here on the back. We'll scoot underneath here. And you can see up in here, this uses the factory bolts there. Uses our little nut plate here, square little nut plate here, square little nut plate here, another one here, and another one here. And then there's another one back in here for this bolt here, another one behind there. This does not use a nut plate. There's already a bolt in there for this one. It uses the long nut plate here. And then up in the top here, on the top bolt, it uses the nut plate there as well. We'll scoot over to the driver's side here. Uses the factory bolts here. Uses one of our bolts here with the long nut plate, and then up there on the top where this bracket is, the long nut plate. So it's got one of our bolts up here on the driver's side. One of our bolts here, that's the long nut plate. Does not use a bolt here. Uses factory bolts up here. Factory bolt here. One of our bolts here. Factory bolt here. Uses one of our bolts here. Another bolt here and another bolt down here. This is the hole in the rear that is halfway through the frame. There's silicone in this one, and you need to drill it the rest of the way through if you think you're going to use this. This is a factory bolt down here, and it does not use a nut plate. It has the threaded inside of it. This uses a small square nut plate. This one does as well. This one back here uses factory bolt, or you're putting, this gets one of our nut plates inside of here. I can feel it from behind. Small nut plate. Large nut plate. Large nut plate.